All right, guys, I'm on the GS, 2 rides with the FZ. You guys have been watching, and now I'm back on the GS. And what we're doing today, I'm with my buddy, my YouTube buddy, Shutter Up, and his wife, and we're heading to Fort Bragg. And just let's see what he's got to say. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. So I'm pushing my luck. So yeah, he was just Jerry was just telling me that the highway patrol's on this, and I've been acting like a hooligan lately, and I'm pushing my luck. So we're gonna take it easy, going where we're going. I'm gonna explain 1 minute as I just kind of get all figured out here. Anyway, yeah. So I'm with my buddy. We're heading to the Air Borne Museum in Fayetteville, North Carolina, Fort Bragg. So we're going down to the Air Borne Museum. I've been there before, and if you guys want to see, I did some videos inside as I took a ride and I talked. It wasn't really a popular video, but if any of you guys are interested in it, I'll put the link down in the description, and you guys can just check it out. I may take a couple of pictures, but I'm not going to video it, because when you video something, it's just very time consuming, and you don't really get to enjoy everything. So we're heading down there, should have a good time, but I have some stuff to talk about, because the title is different than what I'm talking about right now. So yeah, so I was talking to the dealer. I stopped at the local BMW, local, he's not local, but he's the closest one to me, and I was asking about the 1300, the new GS, the 1300, the 1400, blah, 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 and he tells me that BMW should release more information in the summertime, and they should hit the dealers, I guess about fall, But I said, do you have any info on any of the models? And so you got to take this with a grain of salt. It's just from the dealer. He may know, he may not. But he says that the 1300 is going to be like the regular GS, like I have now. The 1400 will be the GSA model, the more off-road adventure type model. And then they're going to have an M series. They're supposed to all get, all three models will get more horsepower, but the M may get some more power, and the M series may be more akin to the Pikes Peak of the Multistrada, so more road focused, and in that sense. So, but we'll see. He's not, this is just information that he said that he's received, but it might be just something that, it might be rumors or whatever it is. But that would be interesting, because I could see myself going with the M if it's got the most power, because I want something with the most power. Obviously, I always want more power. So, but I know the price is going to be high. It's going to be $25,000 plus for an M series, no doubt about it. And this was a bargain when I paid. I paid 19, 20, just over 21 out the door. So, I mean, I got a super deal on this thing, and that's 3 years ago. So, and whatever. So, but it was pretty interesting. It was very interesting to hear from him. And so I said, well, I'll be back. And then I asked him what my trade value was. He said, no, I could probably give you 16 for yours, which I guess that doesn't seem too bad, because I could probably get maybe 17 or 18, because these things tend to hold their value on low. But 17, let's be realistic. But a dealer giving me only 1,000 less, I could see myself going back to that dealer. And I expect to pay MSRP. I won't pay over MSRP. I don't expect to get the deal like I got on this, but I'll pay MSRP on one of the new models if I really like it. So anyway, that's one thought. That's what the title was. But it's about the new GS, and what do you guys think? And would you trade up, or you're not interested? I know a lot of guys that come on here have GSs. They just got them, and they may not want to trade up, which I totally understand. And some guys don't want to trade up on the first model of a new model because of the issues it can have. So I totally understand that. What else? Yeah. So yeah, I'm just curious to see if any guys, if it, like, I know power is not something why people buy the GS. I know that's not the main reason. One guy made a post on made a comment on one of my videos, and he said that he heard it was only going to be 150 horsepower, which was disappointing, but it is what it is. And but I could see it, because that kind of number is really just for marketing stuff. Most guys that buy GSs are not going to buy it for horsepower. I understand that. They're going to go with the XR 1000 XR, which I like the way the bike looks, but I don't like the seating position whatsoever. As far as the seat is absolutely horrendous. I've sat on the bike, and I just don't feel comfortable on that bike. this bike, the dynamics of this bike, the comfort of this bike, the handling of the bike is just amazing. So I just don't want to give that up. So I'd like to, first of all, I'd like to know if you guys are going to trade up. If not, totally understand. Horsepower is not important. I guess you can say that. I mean, because I understand that horsepower is not going to be important, because a lot of you guys go off-road with it, and you don't need a lot of power for off-road. Having said all that, I've been riding the FC, because you've seen my 2 last videos on the FC. I've been riding, well, they should be 2. I mean, sometimes I change, but there'll be definitely 2 for the last ones that I did. And the FZ is a fun bike. It's absolutely a blast bike. And I say to myself when I'm riding, I say, do I really need the GS? Well, when I get on the GS, I say, do I really need the FC? And the GS always outshines the FC in everything, in every way except once. And that's the top end speed, obviously. Because between 80 and 120, which I know is kind of sick, but the FC just absolutely destroys this bike. It's just an absolute hooligan. The acceleration is just amazing, and it's just. Well, let me hold my thought, and I'll get back to you in 1 second, folks. Anyway, all right, we're back. All right, guys, we're back. I just was wondering if Jerry wanted to talk, but we're back. So, yeah. So, it's just an absolute hooligan bike. It's fast. It's amazingly fast bike, but after putting 2,000 miles on the bike, I think I'm close to 4,000 miles already. I got it with 1,700. So after a solid 2,000 miles on it, the GS handles better. Just no ifs, ands, or buts. It sticks to it pretty good if the road's smooth, but it doesn't lean over as easy. When you get into it, it's good, but getting into it, it's just not as sharp as the GS. The GS feels like a sport bike to me. Just no doubt about it. It feels light, even though it's probably 75 to 80 pounds heavier than the FC. This bike feels so much lighter, so much more agile. It's so much more a better all-around bike, except for that one thing. If you're looking at speed, if you're not looking at speed, this bike is absolutely super. And you know, I mean, it's fast, but I'm talking about you know, crazy, stupid fast like that. You know, because after I tuned the bike, ooh, nice crawl without putting my feet down. Anyway, the bike is just an animal between, when you get to 7,500 RPM, 7,500 to 12.5, 7.5 to 12.5, it is just absolutely a freaking beast. I can't hold on to the damn thing. It wants to stand the wheel up, get the wheel off the ground, and it's just, first gear, it's just so hard for me to handle it because I'm not used to it. But even in second gear, it's crazy. And the GS is controllable. It's just absolutely controllable. The FZ, like I said, is a fun bike, but it's not a GS in any way. And I'm not saying there's other bikes out there like a Pikes Peak, or you know, a Multistrada or a KTM. I'm sure they're just as capable as the GS, and with you know, a lot more speed than the GS. But yeah, it's just that the FC it just makes me solidify. It solidifies that I need a GS as a rider. The FC is just a fun bike when I get in my boring mood and I just want to be stupid. Like this whole trip today, I'll probably put like 170 miles on, and I don't know if I mean, it'd be fine, I guess, with the FC. I've done 200 miles in a day with that, but stopping a lot and stuff like that. With the FC, that's a good point. With the FZ, you need to stop a lot. I like the roads he's taking me on. Good work, Jerry. The FC, you need to stop more. With the GS, you don't need to stop. You don't need to stop. It's just so comfortable. But the FC definitely need to stop. Not to say it's not fun. It absolutely is fun. And I like the look, because I like the naked bike look. That's why I don't have the bags on this. I don't have the big GSA. I want it as minimal as I can with all the whatchamacallit, with all the, okay, Jerry. Oh, okay. I was going to bust your balls. I know you're going to watch this video. You had the blinker on just a little bit long, but no, it's okay, because I do it with the FC all the time. I leave the blinker on all the time. But it's a fun bike. I like the way it looks. I like the power of it, but it doesn't flick as easy. It may be faster around the track, you know, with the right riders on them, you know, with the competent riders. But for me, I don't have the skill level of that bike oh, I love the way he goes through these. That FZ, I mean, that FJR just handles so well. Yeah. Yeah, he's just like me. You know, he wants to get spirited once in a while. And Jerry, well done. And the GS is just an amazing bike for what it is. And I know it's like, I've said this again, I'm saying this 100 times, guys. I'm a fanboy. It's a broken record, but it's an amazing machine that can handle so well, can do so many things. And for a skill level like mine, it really makes me a better rider. I just feel so confident on this bike. It just feels more agile. Just everything about the bike. The clutch is so much easier. The clutch is fatiguing after a while on the FC because it's just so stiff to pull. Anyway, guys, I might turn the camera on when we get close to it, and when we get close to it, so you guys can just see it. If you guys don't want to look, if you don't want to look at nice road, Jerry. If you guys don't want to look at the old video that I have on it, and we'll be back later. If not, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, but I'm sure I'm going to be back later. I can't shut my camera off because he's just hitting all these turns. All right, guys, we'll be back. I'll make sure I'm back. All right, guys, I'm back, and we're really close. All familiar? Yes, very familiar. Okay, I'm just looking at the crazy artwork around here. So I'm silent, I know, I'm just kind of looking. I've been here, but I never came in this particular way. Nice little traffic circle. I love traffic circles. So this is, I guess, downtown Fayetteville, which is really nice. I mean, from the last time I was down here, I thought the buildings and the roads, it's just everything's so nice and clean. But you know, I've heard some other stories that are not so nice about Fayetteville. But just as you guys can see on both sides, it looks really nice. It's very clean. You know, you got your Fayetteville, whatever that is, that's just Fayetteville. Maybe that's the town hall, police department. Oh yeah, I remember this turn up here. Yeah, I almost turned onto the railroad tracks. I was ready to turn right into this. Oh, that would have been exciting. So obviously this is a viable station because everything is looks nice. I kind of like that old. Oh, got some buses here, so there's probably a lot of people here. Who knows? But yeah. All right, guys. So we're here as I babble, and not sure where we're gonna park. But we'll find some place. I think I remember parking someplace over here. Yep. Sounds good. I'll probably do it the other way because I like pulling out and, you know, being so. And yeah, so we're here, guys, and I said I would be back, but not long. So I'll probably have more to say on the way home. So I shall return again. All right, guys, we're finishing up at the museum. A bunch of kiddies over here enjoying, as you guys can see. They're enjoying the day at the museum, and we had a good time. A couple of stuff I didn't see before when I was here last time. A couple of exhibits. Very humbling to see all those young men. Lots of good photos and stuff like that. Very humbling to see what 18-year-olds and 20-year-olds did back then, and what they don't do today. Today they're a bunch of simps. I hate to say it. Majority of men are simps. No backbone, no nothing. Adjust my camera here, and that's a discussion for another day. I'm not saying I'm any better, but I wouldn't take the shit that these kids are taking today. Anyway, so we're gonna go get something to eat, and I guess that's it for the video for today. I may turn it back on the ride home. We'll see. Um, watching all watching all these young kids uh, um, come by. It's our future, our country right here. God help them all. God help them all. That's all I can say. That's the people that believe in God anyway. Which is that's that's a whole nother subject. Boy, am I getting like supposed to be talking about motorcycles on the ride. I do have some more thoughts about my FC compared to the GS. I know there's probably better handling bikes than the GS, but I only have the FC to compare it to, and that's why I just think this is an amazing bike. I have a bike that can, it's a rocket ship, but that FC, but it doesn't compare to this thing. So, all right, let's start the thing up. Yeah, and he knows where we're going, Jerry. So I'm just gonna follow him. I know I sound probably sad right now because I look at these young people, and it kind of makes me sad because look at the mess we've left them. Look at the mess. Ah, yep, got to get back. We got to get out of that, Ken. It's all about good times and riding my motorcycle with my buddy Jerry. So it's all good. It's all good. So yeah. So I'm not sure. What else I'm gonna have to say. On the ride home if I turn the camera back on. But I know I've been talking a lot. So I think it's time to just kind of say goodbye, guys. And thanks so much for tagging along. I know I'll have another one out soon. Later, guys.